On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Briefcase.
A flat, rectangular container, typically made of leather or other sturdy material, used for carrying documents, books, or other important items.
Examples:
Briefcase handle, leather briefcase. The detective found crucial evidence inside the suspect's briefcase.
Graduate.
A person who has a first degree from university or college. Verb, to complete the first course of university or college and get a degree.
Examples:
Graduate degree program, honor graduate. Many employers hire graduate trainees to train as managers.
Judge.
A person who makes decisions in a court of law. Verb, to determine the result of or form a critical opinion of something.
Examples:
Judge a competition, an associate judge. The strict judge ruled in favor of the plaintiff in the case.
Genetic.
Of or relating to genes, equals parts of the DNA in cells, or the science of genes.
Examples:
Have genetic testing, a genetic disorder. Understanding protein folding is a vital step in deciphering the genetic code.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer, engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Competition.
A situation in which someone is attempting to beat or outperform another.
Examples:
The first round of the competition. Interspecific competition. Global competition is rising in virtually every industry.
Undergraduate.
A student who is studying for their first degree at a university or other higher education institution.
Examples:
Engineering undergraduate, undergraduate course. The class was composed of both undergraduate and graduate students.
Daisy.
A wildflower that typically has a yellow disc at the center of a white or pink and white flower head.
Examples:
Daisy chain, lawn daisy. She picked a blue daisy from the meadow and placed it in her hair.
Embroider.
To decorate or embellish a fabric or piece of clothing with ornamental or colorful designs using needlework. To add fictitious or exaggerated details to a story or account.
Examples:
Embroider a dress, embroider a cushion. She chose to embroider her initials onto the scarf as a personal touch.
Polo.
A sport played on horseback in which two teams try to hit a ball through a goal using long-handled mallets.
Examples:
Polo shirt. Polo championship. I watched a thrilling polo match at the club over the weekend.
Handcuff.
A pair of metal restraints that are designed to lock around a person's wrists and prevent them from moving their hands freely. Verb, to restrain or restrict the movement of a person by applying handcuffs, typically as part of an arrest or other security-related process.
Examples:
Handcuff his wrists. Break free from handcuffs. The police officer put handcuffs on the suspect before placing them in the squad car.
Wrist.
The joint between the hand and the forearm, the narrow part of the hand near this joint.
Examples:
Wrist bones. Glance at my wristwatch. He sprained his wrist while playing basketball.
Gesture.
A movement of the hands, head, or face that express a particular meaning.
Examples:
Gesture of goodwill. Hand gesture. She made a facial gesture to express disagreement.
Sneak.
To go somewhere, or take someone or something somewhere secretly or stealthily. To steal or do something secretly or stealthily.
Examples:
Sneak a cigarette. Sneak out of danger. The children tried to sneak out and eat the candy.
Glorious.
Having or deserving great admiration, praise, and honor, having great beauty and splendor.
Examples:
A glorious victory. Photo in glorious color. I choose a glorious death rather than a shameful life.
Multicolored.
Having many colors.
Examples:
Multicolored lights. Multicolored dress. The multicolored parrot was a beautiful sight.
Bacteria.
Single-celled or non-cellular spherical or spiral or rod-shaped organisms that exist in large numbers in the air, water, and soil, and also in living and dead creatures and plants, and are often a cause of disease.
Examples:
Pathogenic bacteria. Harmless bacteria. Bacteria prevalent in hospitals are often resistant to antibiotics.
Coli.
A bacterium of the genus Escherichia that is commonly found in the human gut and is used as a model organism in molecular biology and biochemistry.
Examples:
E. coli bacteria strain. Coli cells. The study of Escherichia coli has led to important advancements in areas such as antibiotic resistance, gut microbiome, and synthetic biology.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Rainbow.
An arch of colors in the sky caused by the refraction and dispersion of sunlight through rain.
Examples:
Marine rainbow. Rainbow after a storm. She was mesmerized by the rainbow's colors.
Arsenic.
A poisonous chemical element that occurs naturally in some rocks and minerals and is sometimes used in pesticides and wood preservatives.
Examples:
Arsenic poisoning. Arsenic contamination. Exposure to arsenic in drinking water can cause serious health problems.
Strain.
A force or pressure that stretches or pulls something, sometimes causing damage. Biology, a group of organisms within a species that differ in trivial ways from similar groups.
Examples:
Strain our eyes. A strain of bacillus. Dictators of the past often had the erroneous idea of a pure racial strain.
Collaborate.
To work with someone else to produce or achieve something.
Examples:
Collaborate with the police. Collaborate on a press release. She agreed to collaborate with him in creating new artwork.
Scenario.
A description of possible actions or events in the future, a written outline of a play, film, or literary work.
Examples:
The worst case scenario. Number of different scenarios. The president prepared several possible scenarios for an enemy attack.
Probiotic.
A substance, typically a live bacterium, that is ingested to provide health benefits, particularly in aiding digestion or strengthening the immune system.
Examples:
Probiotic supplement. Probiotic yogurt. Probiotic-rich foods, such as kefir and sauerkraut, can improve digestive health.
Monitor.
To observe, check, and track the progress or quality of something over a period of time.
Examples:
Monitor an exam. Monitor the data carefully. They used a special receiver to monitor police radio channels.
Gut.
The long tube in the body of a person or animal through which food passes when it leaves the stomach, the mental strength or bravery required to do something difficult or unpleasant.
Examples:
The blind gut. Gut feelings. He told me a gut-wrenching truth about my parents' death.
Holy.
Of or related to a god, divine power, or a particular religion.
Examples:
A holy man. A holy shrine. They gathered to hear the holy teachings of the Guru.
Genetically.
In a way that relates to or is produced by genes, equals the units in the cells of a living thing received by an animal or plant from its parents, or heredity.
Examples:
Genetically inherited traits. Genetically manipulated plant. The genetically modified crops were resistant to pests and required less water.
Gem.
A precious or semi-precious stone, usually of high quality and often used as jewelry, something that is considered to be a highly prized and valuable possession or attribute of a person or thing.
Examples:
Gem collection. Hidden gem. The engagement ring was a precious gem passed down through generations of her family.
Synthetic.
Made by combining chemical substances as opposed to being naturally occurring.
Examples:
Synthetic fiber. Synthetic fertilizer. Synthetic diamonds play an essential role as machine tool blades.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Weird.
Extraordinary, unexpected, or difficult to explain.
Examples:
A weird dress. The state of being weird. My computer has been acting weird recently.
Definitely.
Without any question and beyond doubt, clearly.
Examples:
Definitely become a problem. Say definitely. The paper is definitely worth reading thoroughly.
Oxymoron.
A figure of speech that combines contradictory terms, such as jumbo shrimp or deafening silence.
Examples:
Oxymoron phrase. Literary oxymoron. Awfully good is an oxymoron that can be used to describe something that's both bad and good simultaneously.
Poke.
To push or prod with a sharp object or the finger.
Examples:
Poke around the desk. Poke a fire. They poked fun at each other's jokes, laughing and teasing.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Technological.
Based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
Technological advancement. Technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Sudoku.
A logic-based, combinatorial number placement puzzle that typically consists of a 9 by 9 grid divided into 9 3 by 3 subgrids and requires the solver to fill in each empty square with a number from 1 to 9, with the constraint that no number can appear more than once in a row, column, or subgrid.
Examples:
The difficulty level of Sudoku. Solve a Sudoku. I enjoy solving Sudoku puzzles in my free time.
Spider.
A small, 8-legged creature that spins webs to catch insects as food. A computer program that systematically browses the World Wide Web for purposes of web indexing.
Examples:
Spider venom. Web spider. The spider spun an intricate web in the corner of the room.
Silk.
A fine, strong, soft, lustrous fiber produced by silkworms in making cocoons and collected to make thread and fabric.
Examples:
Silk road. Silk fabric. She wore a silk dress to the party.
Healing.
The process of becoming or making somebody or something well again.
Examples:
Natural healing ability. Part of the healing process. Each ancient tribe has its healing traditions.
Concrete. Existing in a physical or material form rather than an abstract one, based on facts rather than ideas or guesses, made of or covered with cement. Examples: a concrete noun. Concrete examples. The president asked for a more concrete plan. Tissue. An ensemble of similar cells of the animal or plant that together carry out a specific function. Examples: a facial tissue. Loss of muscle tissue. The researcher separated the nervous tissue for microscopic examinations. Plain. Without being decorated in any way, noun, a vast expanse of flat land with few trees. Examples: plain answer. Delta plain. The lowest lowland region is mostly flat plain. Insult. A remark or action that causes offense or disrespect. Verb, to treat, mention, or speak to rudely. Examples: an intentional insult. Insult each other. His insult toward her was unacceptable and resulted in his being fired. Bunch. A grouping of several similar things which are growing or fastened together. Examples: a bunch of trees. A bunch of schoolgirls. One bad apple spoils the whole bunch. Steel. A strong metal alloy made up of iron with typically a few tenths of a % of carbon used for making things that need a strong structure. Examples:
magnetic steel. Steel beam. This bridge is the third largest steel bridge in the world.
Discipline.
The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior, using and punishments if these are broken, a region of activity, knowledge, or influence.
Examples:
Break discipline. Rigid discipline. He quickly learned the military discipline.
Software.
A set of computer programs and associated documentation and data for doing particular computational jobs.
Examples:
Software architect. Copyrighted software. The company specializes in both hardware and software.
Creative.
Relating to or involving the use of skill and original and unusual ideas to create something.
Examples:
Creative writing. Barren of creative spirit. All the supervisor has to do is assign tasks that make his subordinates more creative.
Equation.
The act of regarding as equal, mathematics, a statement that expresses the equality of two expressions by connecting them with the equal sign.
Examples:
The equation of poverty with ignorance. A chemical equation. In this class, you will learn how to solve quadratic equations.
Circuit.
In electrical engineering, an electrical device that provides a path for electrical current to flow, a journey or route around a particular place or area.
Examples:
Circuit breaker. Federal Circuit courts. An intelligent battery has a voltage monitoring circuit.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Polar.
Relating to, or close to, the North or South Pole, characterized by complete opposites.
Examples:
Polar bears. Polar regions. Polar animals are graceful and efficient swimmers.
Expansive.
Large or wide in extent or scope, friendly and open and willing to talk.
Examples:
With an expansive spirit. Expansive ocean views. The company has an expansive network of offices and locations around the world.
Regenerative.
Tending to regrow or restore lost or injured tissue.
Examples:
Regenerative medicine. Regenerative therapy. The regenerative properties of stem cells make them a promising area of research.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Squishy.
Soft and yielding to the touch, easily deformed.
Examples:
Squishy texture. A squishy story. The squishy foam ball is perfect for squeezing to relieve stress.
Sight.
The ability to see anything that is seen.
Examples:
An unexpected sight. Dull sight. Many famous sights are within walking distance.
Magic.
Beliefs and actions employed to influence supernatural beings and forces, any art or performance that invokes supernatural powers.
Examples:
A magic spell. She is magic. He performed magic tricks with sophisticated moves.
Awesome.
Inspiring fear, admiration, or respect. Very good, nice, fun, etc.
Examples:
Awesome mental faculty. Have an awesome birthday. There is a lot of awesome nature and food in Hawaii.
Visceral.
Relating to or affecting the internal organs, instinctive or emotional rather than rational, characterized by deep-seated emotional reactions or responses.
Examples:
Visceral organ. Visceral fear. After watching the horror movie, she had a visceral reaction and couldn't sleep all night.
Unforgettable.
Impossible to forget.
Examples:
Have an unforgettable night. Unforgettable moment. The dinner we had at the 5-star restaurant was an unforgettable culinary experience.
Vision.
The ability to think about or see the future with imagination and intelligence, the faculty of being able to see.
Examples:
A prodigious vision. Telescopic vision. Driving is difficult for me because of my poor vision.
Frame.
A strong border or structure of the wood, metal, etc. that surrounds something such as a picture, door, or window.
Examples:
A picture frame. The frame of the policy. The detective looked for fingerprints on the window frame.
Chrome.
A type of polished metal that is highly reflective and has a mirror-like finish, a web browser developed by Google.
Examples:
Chrome iron ore. Steel with chrome accents. The shiny chrome finish on the car caught the sunlight and sparkled.
Flesh.
The soft substance composing the body of a person or animal, as opposed to bones and other structures.
Examples:
Grow in flesh. Flesh eating. The flesh of the fruit is sweet and juicy.
Fiction.
The type of book or story, especially novels, that describes imaginary events and people, anything made up or imagined that is not true.
Examples:
Stuff of science fiction. Non-fiction bestseller. Truth is stranger than fiction.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Desirable.
Worth having or achieving, pleasing, attractive, or sought after.
Examples:
Desirable effect. Desirable result. The beachfront property had a desirable location with stunning ocean views.
Awareness.
The fact or state of knowing something exists and is important.
Examples:
Awareness of my ignorance. Raise public awareness. There has been a gradual but steady rise in environmental awareness.
Microbe.
A tiny living thing that can only be seen with a microscope and that may cause disease.
Examples:
Pathogenic microbe. Microbe sterilizer. Microbes thrive on the surface of the human skin.
Chapter.
A separate section of a written work usually numbered and titled.
Examples:
An introductory chapter. Chapter of a political party. The final chapter provides a summary of the discussion.
Dissertation.
A long and formal written treatise or discourse, often presenting research or analysis on a particular subject or topic, in support of a degree or academic qualification.
Examples:
Dissertation research. Doctoral dissertation. My dissertation topic focuses on the impact of social media on mental health.
Swab.
A small piece of soft material used by a doctor, nurse, etc., for cleaning a cut or taking a sample from somebody's body for testing. Verb, apply, usually a liquid, to a surface.
Examples:
Alcohol swab. Cotton swab. He took a swab of his ear.
Explore.
To travel to or penetrate an area or a country to learn about it, to thoroughly examine a subject or a possibility to learn more about it.
Examples:
Explore the world. Explore our options. The management must explore strategies to increase office security.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Intersection.
A point where two or more roads, lines, etc., cross each other.
Examples:
Busy intersection. The intersection of coordinate axes. Take a right turn at the next intersection.
Transcend.
To rise above or go beyond the limits of something.
Examples:
Transcend boundaries. Transcend limits. The music transcended cultural barriers and reached audiences globally.
Upload.
To transfer digital data or files from a local computer or device to a remote server or network, the act of transferring such data or files.
Examples:
Upload files. Upload documents to the portal. I need to upload these pictures to my computer to edit them.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Messy.
Disorganized and untidy.
Examples:
Messy data. Messy handling. His messy bedroom is always a source of frustration for his mother.
Unpredictable.
Not capable of being foreseen or calculated, not regular or certain.
Examples:
Dangerously unpredictable person. Unpredictable outcome. The weather in this region is often unpredictable, with sudden rainstorms and strong winds.
Tangle.
A confused mass of something twisted together.
Examples:
In a tangle. Tangle wires. The cords behind my computer were a tangled mess.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Purity.
The state of being undiluted or unmixed with anything else, the state of being free from immorality, especially of a sexual nature.
Examples:
The degree of purity. High purity. Higher purity requires additional equipment and energy.
Mess.
A state of confusion, dirtiness, or untidiness. Verb, to fail to do something or to make something dirty or untidy.
Examples:
Have a whole mess. Get into a mess. He made a frightful mess in his room.
Reconsider.
To think about a decision or opinion again to.
Examples:
Reconsider the determination. Reconsider my transfer. He humbly reconsidered his conduct.
Fantasy.
A fiction with a large amount of imagination in it. A pleasant situation that you imagine, but that is unlikely to happen.
Examples:
Fantasy novel. Confuse fantasy with reality. Composition by artificial intelligence is no longer a fantasy.
Prejudice.
A thought or feeling that is unfair and makes no sense, mainly when it is formed without enough thought or knowledge.
Examples:
Deep-rooted prejudice. Color prejudice. This community is free of social prejudice.
Embedded.
Fixed firmly into the surface of something.
Examples:
Embedded systems. LED embedded glass. The embedded chip in my credit card allows me to make contactless payments.
Visible.
Capable of being seen or open to easy view.
Examples:
Visible stars. Visible by X-ray. My home is easily visible from the shore.
Victim.
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples:
Victim support. Victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.
Leather.
A material made from the skin of an animal, typically by tanning, and used for clothing, shoes, furniture, and other items.
Examples:
Enameled leather. Leather boots. The leather jacket was worn in but still comfortable.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples.
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Sequence.
A series of related events, actions, numbers, etc., which have a particular order.
Examples.
The sequence of the seasons. The DNA sequence. We do move forward with those tasks in sequence next week.
Extract.
A short passage taken from a book, piece of music, etc., a substance obtained from something through a specific process. Verb, to obtain from something or to remove something by effort or force.
Examples.
A brief extract from the book. Botanical extract. Anesthetize the gum before extracting the teeth.
Privacy.
Someone's right to keep their personal matters and relationships not watched or interrupted by other people.
Examples.
Privacy abuse. Trespass on a person's privacy. This conduct would be an invasion of privacy.
Climate.
The weather at a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples.
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Decay.
The process or state of rotting or decomposition by natural causes such as the action of bacteria and fungi. Verb, to rot or decompose through natural causes.
Examples.
Radioactive decay. Prevent tooth decay. The dead body was in an advanced state of decay.
Reinforce.
To strengthen or support something, especially by adding another material to it, to make a motion, idea, etc. stronger.
Examples.
Reinforce the military. Reinforce good behavior. We should reinforce the troops at the front line.
Sustainable.
Able to continue or be continued for a long time.
Examples.
Sustainable alternative fuel. Principles of sustainable development. The government should do more to support environmentally sustainable agriculture.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples.
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Coronavirus.
A large family of viruses that can cause illness in humans and animals, which name comes from the crown-like spikes on the surface of the virus, which can be seen under a microscope, and COVID-19 is caused by a specific type of coronavirus known as SARS-CoV-2.
Examples:
Coronavirus antibody test kit. Coronavirus bankruptcy. Considering the situation of coronavirus, organized stopped this year's beer festival.
Vacuum.
A space empty of matter, a device or tool used for cleaning or removing debris by creating suction.
Examples:
Vacuum cleaner. Vacuum packing. Please use the vacuum to clean up the mess on the floor.
Settler.
A person who moved with a group of others to live in a different country or area.
Examples:
New settlers. Settlers on some foreign shore. A large proportion of railway workers in settler colonies were white.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Cattle.
Cows, bulls, and buffaloes that are raised for their milk or meat as farm animals.
Examples:
Cattle barn. Cattle hide. The cattle are on the grassland and grazing.
Roam.
To move about or travel aimlessly or without a fixed destination, to wander.
Examples:
Roam freely. Roam the countryside. I love to roam around the city and discover new neighborhoods.
Hillside.
The sloping side of a hill or mountain, a landscape feature characterized by a natural gradient or incline.
Examples:
Hillside landscape. Hillside vineyard. The hikers were stunned by the beautiful wildflowers on the hillside.
Trample.
To step heavily on something or someone, causing damage or injury.
Examples:
Trample down his feelings. Trample on the rights. The plants in this garden are precious, so you must not trample them.
Ecosystem.
All the plants and living creatures in an area and the way they affect each other and the environment.
Examples:
Marine ecosystem. Change the ecosystem. Human conservation efforts often fail unexpectedly because they disturb the balance of the ecosystem.
Catalog.
A complete list of items, often including technical details and prices.
Examples:
A classified catalog. Catalog card. She used the online catalog to find the perfect pair of earrings for her sister's birthday.
Specimen.
An individual example or sample of something, typically used to represent a larger group or category.
Examples:
Specimen collection. Botanical specimen. The biology teacher showed the students a frog specimen so they could examine its anatomy.
Extinct.
No longer in existence.
Examples:
Extinct by human activity. Long extinct volcano. Many species have become extinct due to habitat destruction and other human activities.
Herbarium.
A collection of preserved plant specimens, typically identified and arranged in a systematic manner for scientific study and reference.
Examples:
Digital herbarium database. Herbarium specimens. The botanist added the new fern specimen to the herbarium collection.
Colon.
The punctuation mark, used to introduce a list, summary, explanation, etc., or before reporting what someone has said, a significant part of the large intestine, the final section of the digestive system.
Examples:
Colon examination. The colon at the end of the sentence. Consumption of vegetables may aid in the prevention of colon cancer.
Sliver.
A small, thin, narrow piece or fragment of something, often characterized by its length or its sharpness or thinness, a small portion or amount of something, often used in a metaphorical sense to describe a trace or a hint of something.
Examples:
Sliver of wood. Sliver of metal. I had to be careful not to step on a sliver of glass on the floor.
Synthesize.
To combine a substance to make a more complex product or compound.
Examples:
Synthesize molecules. Synthesize information. The spider has the ability to synthesize multiple different silk proteins.
Insert.
To put something inside something else.
Examples:
Insert coin. Insert a graphic. She inserted a new chapter into her manuscript.
Yeast.
A type of fungus that is used in making alcoholic drinks such as beer and wine or to make bread rise.
Examples:
Yeast cell. Yeast leavened bread. They carefully nurture a yeast fungus used to produce sake.
Reconstruct.
To build or form something again that has been damaged or destroyed.
Examples:
Reconstruct an image. Reconstruct the original text. They've decided to reconstruct a ruined castle.
Compose.
To write music, poetry, or formal writing, to constitute or make up a whole, or a specified part of it.
Examples:
Compose an essay. Compose my thoughts. The structure is composed of 3 main components.
Installation.
The act or process of fixing furniture, a machine, or a piece of equipment into position so that it can be used, the act or process of putting into an office or a position.
Examples:
Installation fee. A medical installation. The Queen attested the installation of state ministers to their portfolios.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Entangle.
To become twisted or knotted together, especially in a way that makes it difficult to separate them. To involve in something complicated or difficult to escape.
Examples:
Entangle in wires. Emotionally entangle. The vines of the plant entangled themselves around the trellis.
Interconnect.
To connect similar things.
Examples:
Directly interconnect with those systems. Human activities interconnect with the environment. Our system can now interconnect with other databases.
Incredible.
Unbelievable, extremely large.
Examples:
Incredible amount. At incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Heal.
To make a wound or injury to become well again.
Examples:
Heal a broken bone. Heal the hurt mind. It will take time for her mental scars to heal.
Adapt.
To make fit forward change to suit a new purpose or environment.
Examples:
Adapt fully to the environment. Adapt as needed. I advised him to adapt to his new surroundings.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.